Hey YouTube, Longwest Post 1975. Right, digital only. I'm pretty sure if you watch my EA video you understand my thoughts on digital only. It's coming, I understand that, it's gonna happen at some point. Does not mean I want it, does not mean I like it. I want my solid state games. But it will happen. Happened? It's past tense. Oh, that's scary. It will happen. But I'm vehemently opposed to it. Remember that statement for later on in the video. Now, yesterday I got sent a PM by Rich from ReviewtechUSA, and he asked me what I thought of the Ouya. So initially I thought he couldn't spell the word Booyah and he wanted to know what my favourite sports celebration was, which would be back of the net. Sorry, bad joke. It's just such an odd name. But then I guess an odd name is good because it gets out there, doesn't it? It gets people's attention. If you think something's crap, why did they call it that? But you'll remember it, won't you? So, I guess that's why I did it. Quite a good thing. So I went to his channel. I'll put a link to his channel down below. Definitely go and check it out. Awesome channel. I'm pretty sure you know who it is anyway. And I watched his video. Then I watched a few more videos. And then I did a little bit of research online, and interesting. Very, very interesting. And I think definitely watch his video because he's picking up on some of the things that it's immediately drawing flack for, that I think people are missing the point or the potential or the impact that this system could have on the games industry. Now, basically, it's a digital only console. We know where I stand on that. And this is the bit that initially I thought was odd. It goes, it's running on the Android operating system, ice cream sandwich. And I'm like, an Android operating system running a console? Can I just say off the bat, by the way, this is not to compete with the next gen systems, it's to be an alternative. I like that because that reeks of independent, here's something else, that's not mainstream for all you people who want to try something a little bit different. So I am attracted to that aspect of it. Now here's where it gets interesting. Yeah, it's only going to retail for $100. Yeah, seriously, a ton. So immediately the operating system makes sense there, keep costs down. I like that, I do like things like that. Now, to fund it, what they've done is they started a Kickstarter campaign. Sorry if I'm retreading a lot of stuff people already know about this, but I literally didn't know about this till yesterday. Yeah, so they started a Kickstarter campaign and they wanted to raise 950 grand by August. They did it in 8 hours and it's currently $1 million plus. So there is a lot of interest in this console. Make no mistake about it. Whether it happens or not, I do not know. I'm not going to say it will, but I'm going to say there's a lot of interest in this. So it's going to be very interesting to watch. Now, you would think for $100 the specs are going to be pretty sort of meh. Well, the specs are pretty good, mind. It's got a Tegra 3 quad-core processor, 1 gig of RAM, 8 gig of flash memory. It is going to be 1080 HDMI, which is nice with Gucci TV, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and 1 USB 2.0 port. So it's got everything you need. It is a capable console. Then we get to the control pad. It's got dual analog sticks, 8 buttons. And here's what's interesting, it's got a touchpoint 3.5 screen, so it's kind of like the Wii U, but in my sense better because I don't see why the Wii U needs such a big screen. But then, I don't know, down the line if I ever play one I may go, that's why it's got such a big screen. But the reason it's got a touch screen on here is simply because, well, why not take advantage of all the Android apps out there? Now, I had an Android phone, I don't use it anymore. You know what, actually I don't have a mobile phone. But why not? Why not take advantage of it? I kind of like that. I kind of like the control pad. To me, kind of has this whole sort of Dreamcast VMU thing going on. I like that. Now, here's where it gets really, really, really interesting. Yeah. Open source console. Seriously, open source console. It's totally hackable. I'm going to encourage you to hack it. And you won't void your warranty. My favourite console of the current generation down over there is my Wii. Why? Because it's hacked. I voided the warranty the minute I did it. Fortunately, the Wii's bulletproof, so it makes no difference to it, but I play more homebrew stuff, emulators and stuff like that on my Wii than I do actual, proper release games. I love it for that. So to actually have a console that the people who are making it are openly endorsing this, you can hack it and you won't void your warranty. This is where things start to get really, really interesting for me. Now, basically that means every single machine is a developer's kit, for no extra cost. For the cost of the standalone bog standard unit, you're getting a dev kit. This is very exciting. This is where I'm starting to warm up to it. Anyone can develop on it, no license. That's it. That's absolutely brilliant. I'm so happy. Right, so if you ask me, what I thought when I first heard about this console being digital only, I was against it. Now that I know it's completely and openly open source, although there is a downside to this that many people have talked about, that if you can hack it in such a way then multiplayer online may not be such a good thing. I can live with that. Yeah, this is why to me I'm 100% sold. Yes, you hear me say I'm 100% sold for a digital only console for one aspect, because this may be the next face of gaming, but to me this has a massive nod backwards to the golden days of gaming. This potentially is a game changer. Anyone can hack. Do you know what that means? That means independent games. Games that don't have the constraints of a market. Big companies like EA and Activision saying, we won't take a chance on this. This is the game you have to provide for us. We don't want anything else. You know, people, anyone who can develop on this with imagination can make their game and put it out there. Games are initially going to be free, but then the developers are going to set their own prices. But I can't really see that it's going to get that expensive. Or in the games that you do get, there will be its own sort of Ouya marketplace. That won't be like a Google thing. But yeah, it's the independent developer aspect to me that is solved. Do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the early days of this. Yes, that's right. People programming games in their bedrooms. Smart kids, you know. People with a passion for something. This is absolutely brilliant. This is why I'm actually quite excited for this system. Why I've done a U-turn. You know, in my ideal sort of world, I would be an ignorant little twat and say I don't want digital only. But the potential knock-on effect this can have to the industry and knock down the big companies a peg or two, and make people produce genuinely interesting, independent, quirky games without fear of failure or stuff like that, or companies not being interested. This is brilliant. This is like the early days of programming. You know, Mastertronic, Codemasters. Not so much Mastertronic now, but Codemasters. People still who remember who they are. The Darling brothers, they started as kids programming in their bedroom on a Spectrum, and they've given us some absolute fantastic games. This is brilliant. This is going to break, you know, the hold on gaming. It won't just be now, which is, you know, they made Call of Duty, first-person shooters are massive. We have to make first-person shooters. That little independent guy idea that some guy had way back in the day over there, you know, that we never gave a chance to. He gets his day now, doesn't he? He gets his day because he'll be able to think for himself, do whatever he wants, and it gives him a marketplace to put his games out there. I hope this makes sense. I'm probably waffling, but I'm very excited by that aspect alone. Yeah, in an ideal world, I want solid state games, but to have a machine that's going to offer us a truly unique, independent market or catalogue of games, you know, with no constraints of the immediate sort of current, you know, vision of the marketplace, that in itself is something absolutely fantastic. So yeah, Ouya, digital only, meh, but what it can do, what it can stand for, and what it can achieve, and how it can affect the future of gaming, brilliant. So I don't say this is the future of gaming, I say this is a definite nod backwards to the golden days of gaming. But these are just my thoughts. What are yours? I'll see you later.